From this point onward, be very careful on what you're gonna do, because the top 9 it is an E-Arena having 3 eliminations, Yangon having 9, and they're finally into the fight against the Vampire Esports. The situation is not looking good. The situation is not looking good whatsoever. It is 1 versus 3. Yangon has a solo, Vampire has a full trio at this point, and Romeo Boy with 18 bullets connected. He's going to reload, he's going to get it back to 40. Now going to move forward. Let's see what's going to happen, how he's going to perform it up. He's low on that. Another name with the highest number of elimination just got eliminated. E-Arena still taking those fights against DRXs. Look at those grenades going on.
Side. Now, Tribe Aramacy, they've not done much so far. They've rotated all
more and more elimination, but Champions, come on, you need to step up, guys. You need to step up at this point, because Champion is one team that is still at the very bottom. Also need to make and maintain their way in the circle at this point. But there we go, Boom Esports, Mastery, nothing, no connection, but boom, Octa. He got a knock, he got a confirmation. Urino versus Vampire is happening as well. There we go, some knockouts, some connections, and some eliminations, making sure that Vampire is going to have 7 eliminations to
this rotation to commit to, but the smokes could definitely help a lot in that. Mueller now going to rush back into safety. Unfortunately, how on earth they'll have to rotate him. So this is where Vampire Esports needs to be exceptionally careful, because one false move could light you on fire just like that.
Ooh,
now it's going to be Vina trying to dance around the flames, but will not be making it out. Instead, gets confirmed. The zone is going to force their hand. They have to get out of here. They have to move further down south. But Mueller and the rest of Vampire is now starting to crumble as the A1 Esports here getting ready for a bit of a push. They want to charge forward. But I see a P90 in the hands of Champion Esports.
I do see that too. The player has a P90. It's going to be really difficult to take him down, but on the other side, he gets shot from a different direction. There we go. There's a lot of damage. A1 Esports very low, very to the last guy. It is the S12K makes it. Way gets the limit. We're officially down into the top 4. Not even 5. Top 4 in an instant. 15 and 1 trio in the midst of that. So the situation, it's definitely going to be difficult.
Yeah, quite the tough odds to try and play with here. There is a goal look to bounce back with quite a bit of an angle on their front. So Boom needs to be very cautious, very careful. Talon also needs to watch their backs here.
I mean, everybody needs to watch their back, don't they? At this point, there is no room for the mistakes. You make a mistake, you're going to pay with your whole team's lives. From that point on, where Champions has lost one of their players. There we go. It's a 1 knockdown. They're going to get that revive as soon as possible. Yes, they did. But Boom Esports is also going to receive the casualties going around. There's another grenade going. There we go. Boom Esports. The match with Champions also down to the very last guy. Situation is not looking good. So their Balja's grenade gonna make sure that the rest of the Boom players that were knocked out, they got a fully finished off. Balja super low on that HP. He managed to do a lot of damage onto the TALON Esports player, but not enough to get those connectivities on the.
Well, let's see who is gonna do what, as it is the final showdown. It is gonna be the players here from Champion Esports with the solo, Boom with the solo. And then still the 2 full squads now looking to get themselves situated. I think this is going to be a healthy altercation coming in between the shots, not making any impact whatsoever. But here comes the push, a slow, steady advance with that body blast, trying to get it up in towards the zone.
Our will instantly mean that you're not going to survive. You show your face, it's going to be over for you. There's Talon Esports into the mist, coming close to the areas as well. We're seeing Delta, we're seeing Talon Flame, Johan in the area, Yoru shooting at the players, but not getting any connectivity. Come on, you need those connectivities. You need to get those connectivities right there, because if you don't, there's definitely going to be someone at the connection. But so far, it is Talon Flame that's going to get taken down. So it's Boys Axel, the only 2 guys that are for the Talon with 4 elimination. Slowly aggressing it up, but Boom Esports gets boomed right there and then. And now it's a 4 versus 2 situation. is looking really good into the favor of the team AST. The situation, the chances of the winner of the chicken are all facing towards this single individual
When it comes to this map, right? They are really and they
in total.